It's August, school year 2020-2021, my 24th year in public education. For 23 years, I've had the privilege of serving Arizona's kids in Arizona's schools. 23 times, there's been one day of the school year that I've always enjoyed more than any other day. 23 times, I've woken up early on this day in anticipation of meeting my brand new students, meeting my teachers, or traveling around the district, visiting different campuses. 23 times I've woken up on this day with a revitalized dream that school year would finally be the school year, that people finally got it, that people would finally understand what we as educators do, that finally people would understand that public education is no tax burden, it's an investment in the future of our democracy. Yes, the first day of school represents hope, the renewal of a deeply personal mission of transforming the lives of our students, as well as a deeply personal commitment to serve the communities that trust us each and every day with their kids. But this year, the first day of school represents a different kind of hope. It represents the hope that everything that once was will be again. It represents the hope that the bright lights of our auditoriums will blaze once more and be filled with the inspirational sights and sounds of the breathtaking music and performance art of our students. It represents the hope of our classrooms thriving once again with the sights and sounds of our students learning and laughing and our teachers loving the work that they were born to do. It represents the hope that the concerts, athletic events, and celebrations that bind us together in celebration of our students will do so once more. And mostly, it represents the biggest hope of all, that none of the 44,000 students or 8,000 employees that we serve become infected or afflicted with this virus, and that the Tucson Unified Community becomes the gold standard for health and safety and service in this pandemic age. As we kick off this new school year, I know many of you are scared and nervous, anxious, and you're worried for your students and your loved ones. And in the face of a global pandemic that we never asked for, never planned for, never saw coming, I understand and share that fear. I would, however, like to challenge us all to think differently about that fear. As Nelson Mandela put it, courage is not the absence of fear, it's the triumph over it. And it will take all of us in the Tucson Unified Community to conquer this paralyzing fear with courageous action every day. The kind of courageous action I'm talking about is possible for each and every employee and student in our district, because in this new world, the simplest actions are the most courageous and the most powerful. Whether you're modeling mask wearing for our students, or encouraging others to wear masks out in our community, or celebrating and thanking those employees that answer the call every day of working physically in our schools and on our buses, or supporting and thanking our teachers for transforming themselves into digital educators virtually overnight, all in the service of our students, or supporting and honoring the work of our counselors, social workers, psychologists, and health services team members working around the clock to ensure the health and emotional well-being of the students we love. I will ask all of us to be courageous in these actions, starting today. Though the world may have changed and the challenges presented by this virus may have become almost insurmountable, our mission and our purpose remain the same. As challenged, as imperfect, and as conflicted as our nation and our society have become, there remains only one institution capable of transforming the lives of children, capable of bringing families and communities together, and capable of celebrating the diversity of language, culture, and faith that have so defined the beauty of American life for generations. So much so that the future lives of the children we serve and the future of our great nation depend on this very institution. It's the promise of this institution that brings over 13,000 families representing 80 countries and 94 languages from around the world to our district every year. And for many of these refugee families, from some of the most violent and war-torn regions of the world, it's the promise that this institution holds that brings them peace and hope amidst the trauma and loss they have experienced. It's the promise of this one institution in American life that says your disability will not define you and that your success is our expectation, that promise that has almost 7,000 students with disabilities calling our district home. This institution is public education. And you, as teachers, as administrators, as education support professionals, as support staff, as counselors, social workers, and psychologists, are its greatest resources. I don't know what this school year is going to bring, and I certainly don't know what's going to become, but I do know this: together, we are more committed, more courageous, and more determined. Quite simply, we are a Tucson unified community that will be back, stronger than ever.